Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to today's market color session. My name is Sabi Abi and I'll be taking the first half of today's analysis, which will be a detailed breakdown on commodity currencies using one of the indicator-based strategies that we teach here at the Value for Trading Academy. Now, if you happen to be joining us for the first time, you've never seen this indicator before, please don't let it confuse you because I understand the fact that it may look a bit jumbled up. What you want to pay attention to is the price point and the zones that I call out during the course of this session, and then you can now add that to your analysis and make some money from this market. If you're already a student of the academy, then you have these indicators already, so you are good to go. So I believe the week has been profitable to us so far. Hi, Mr. Safa. I hope I pronounced that right. Have we been making money this week? So I'm going to be starting today's analysis with a look at AUD/USD. So from last week's analysis that we did, not last week, Tuesday, from Tuesday's analysis that we did, we drew out the zones where I said I was looking at AUD/USD, either breaking through to give us a buy move or breaking below to be the reverse. Now you saw that AUD/USD came and this zone was a level that we had marked out. Price came to retest this level, and from there to how far it moved, AUD/USD did about 49 pips, which is fair enough for an asset class like this, right? So Tuesday has passed. We've made some money from Tuesday's analysis on AUD/USD. What am I looking out for today? So I'm going to go back to the H4 time frame to start a detailed breakdown for the sake of those of us who are new here on Tuesday. So we can also have a fresh look at what the market has in store for us today. So AUD/USD H4 time frame predominantly to the upside since the 21st of March 2025. It bought. When sunshine was printed here, this sale was expected. We're not on the charts at the time, would have seen it and taken a quick reversal of AUD/USD, right? So sunshine printed, this reversal has been happening now. Where is it going to likely stop at? This is the H4. I prefer to draw these zones on the H1 time frame. So take this out and go to the H1 time frame. On the H1 time frame now, price is currently at a zone that could serve as support for AUD/USD to continue to buy. This could serve as support 0.66913. It already broke through the first possible support level, which was 0.67116. So it is currently resting around this zone. Are you going to hold? We would know if this zone will hold when we see more confirmations on the lower time frame. This is very far. Remember, this is the H1 time frame, so it's going to take a very, very long time before price eventually trades into this level, and then we'll know whether it's going to hold or not. So currently at a possible support level, let's go to the 5-minute time frame and mark out what the same thing we did on Tuesday is the same thing we're going to do today. Trading is very, very repetitive. So what am I doing? Marking out yesterday's high into today's price movement, marking out yesterday's low, just the lowest low and the highest high of each day's data. Then go ahead and mark out a day before yesterday's high as well into today's price movement and day before yesterday's low. Perfect. So a support level is where price is currently trading from, right? It is currently reacting off of what would be a support or resistance. You can see the rejections from where price came to tap into this level and then it dropped. I believe you can all hear me clearly. It dropped from this particular level, right? Okay, sorry about that short distraction. So yes, price is now reacting from this zone. This could be resistance. However, if price breaks through, I believe price will come into 0.6 7175. This would be my most preferred zone for price to trade into. Now this is support level, remember. So price could violate all of these zones and just continue to buy. However, bearing in mind that there are intermarket structure points that could be support or resistance on the M5 time frame, they could push it down. So I would want to see what happens. If price is able to break through this level, best believe our buy move is continuing based on what we see on the H4. But if they do stop, then we see a deeper retracement into 0.66062. Simple. It's as simple as that, right? And then moving into NZD USD H4 time frame. What do I see? I'm going to zoom out so I see the big picture. And the price was doing all of this, looked like it was going to take out the structure points, kept selling, breaking structures until we saw the change of character, the confirmatory break of structure around the zone, and price is doing this. Now, looking at what price is doing right now, there is no new sunshine that has been printed for this move on this swing leg that is happening. So because there is no new sunshine, there's room for NZD/USD to keep trading lower. Is it going to trade and eventually take out the structure point to the downside? We're going to be watching here. For now, the clearest amongst these two is AUD/USD. Remember, these guys are quite similar. They're like cousins. They move in similar directions. In very rare occurrences, you see them moving separately, of course, but they tend to move similarly. Now, I've come to NZD/USD H1. I'm seeing that my POIs for this asset class are on the upside, which is opposite to what we saw on AUD/USD. So because of this, we may see a short buy from H1 into the zone and then continue to sell till we see a new sunshine. This sunshine just basically indicates that profit taking has occurred. So people were taking this move down. They took profits. Go back to H4 so you can see what I'm talking about. People who did this, right, they're taking profit. So it's going to retrace and then continue to sell till a new sunshine is printed to make me even have a clearer perspective that, they've taken their profit out, or it's going to break above and give us a sunshine on the buy direction. Regardless, this just means there's still more room for NZD/USD to move. So I'm just going to quickly mark out M5 as a way for NZD/USD to fully align. What are we marking? Same thing. Yesterday's high and low, day before yesterday's high and low. Now, if you want to be able to bring out these period temperatures on your MT4, just simply click on Ctrl+Y and it will pop on and off. So you can easily, separate everyday's data from each other. So this is what we're now doing. Marked out. Now we're just waiting. We're going to start buying. I'm not going to enter a buy now because there's no confirmation and it's not exactly at a key support zone here that I'm going to mark out. I'm just following what I saw on H1. So when you eventually come here, give me confirmation that the sale the sale would start, then you could look for a sell opportunity to the sunshine is printed. However, if it breaks above confirmation for us to buy till the new sunshine is printed in the opposite direction. And then finally, USD CAD. If you have any questions, please, this is the perfect time to ask me in the chat box while I quickly go over for a USD CAD before we move into the second part of today's analysis, which should be on indices. So USD CAD, what am I saying? Price is to the downside. See, we broke all of this here. And then there was a change of character. Let me zoom in so you see what I'm talking about. This was a key structure point that price broke through with so much ease, right? So price broke through this level, sunshine printed. What am I now saying? Momentum is kind of sloping upward because, of course, the first futures market moved. Trend is there. Pullback is to the downside. Now, price has retraced into our pullback indicator. Sunshine has been printed. We're expecting price to sell, if not for a long time, temporarily. Going into H1 here, what am I doing? Marking out my possible points of interest. POI1, 1.37338, POI2, 1.37805, and then this is the third point of interest, 1.38778. Price is now at that point of interest within on H1. So USD CAD is giving me strong possibilities for a temporal sell. Right? Go to M5. So that sell could just be a short sell that would eventually come back to either retest this high, yeah, or even come to test the POI that we marked out before. It continues to buy in line with the change of character that we saw, and then we may now see a confirmatory break of structure. So M5, what am I doing? I'm marking out yesterday's high, yesterday's low again into today's price movement, and then oh, sorry. Not as precise as well. So I'm going to draw it a bit down. Perfect. So these are now my key points of interest. If I want to be on the safer side, I could wait for price come and break through this zone and retest. Then I'm going to take a USD CAD sell from here. My take profits, this could be my first TP level. My major take profit level will now be around 1.38015, which is 60 pips away from where we enter. Our stop loss would be about 20, let's say 25 pips to give you more room to breathe. Yeah. So this is what I'm watching out for on these three commodity currencies. If you have any question, let me know. Questions relating to commodity currencies, I'll answer them before we go on a very short break to reconvene and continue with a look at indices. If you also understand, please let me know by leaving an emoji. Hi, Banker, good morning. Good to have you here. So I know you are relatively new, so don't get confused yet. Okay, are there any questions? If not, was this helpful? Can we proceed into the next session? All right. Thank you so much for joining. We'll go on a very short break now, so please do not go anywhere. See you very shortly. Cheers and God bless.
Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome back to the second part of the market scholar session. This morning, where we'll be looking at the US equities market, the US30, NAS100, and S&P 500 very briefly. All right, that's an interesting one since the beginning of the week. Let me share my screen so we can start quickly. The market has been really interesting, to say the least. We've seen price pushing and creating new highs across board for US100 and S&P 500. All right. Okay, you can see my screen now. All right, so as at on Tuesday morning and afternoon, we had this setup waiting for the market to come to this level and then push to the upside. Nonetheless, we didn't see that, right? Instead, price just came, retested this level, this high, and then swung that bust to the upside. However, we are seeing like a kind of a sell to the downside. And this still stands, this analysis still stands very much valid. I want to see it happen here, right? I want to see it happen here because this drama that happened here is not an inducement. I won't consider this an inducement. Why, if you ask me? Because by the time you use your Fibonacci to measure all of this drama that's happened, see it's below 50%. You want to have your inducement below 50% because that now makes it kind of valid for a buy, right, from the downside, from the discount level into your premium level, right? But then look at what we have, the inducement from around 23.60%, which is really not valid in my own style of trading. So I want to wait here and then wait for price to form that engineered liquidity that I mentioned. Yes, we expect price to form and that, and then with that, we can now continue our rally to the upside. And that's for US30. So I'll be expecting and anticipating what will happen today. You can just scroll to lower time frame, probably 15 minutes to see it happen. If it happens on 15 minutes, fine and good. And I can take advantage of that. Okay, this is just to show what we have going on still yet. On our US100, we saw price moved very well last week. right? Beautiful. You can see, not last week, on yesterday, sorry. We had this rally yesterday, and then price is beginning to do its thing. Remember, we have like a form of setup on this, which is to okay, this NASDAQ on S&P 500, we have a form of setup which is to buy, but not from this level, right? Because we are looking at price doing a form of liquidity sweep, which has happened now, right? We've seen it happen already. All right, price has already taken out this high, so it's valid for us to see the sell come in, right? Price has taken out this high, yeah, and then we expect that price comes back into this zone. All things being equal, want to see like price coming back into the zone. For me personally, I want to see price come into this zone. That will now, give us the confidence to increase our buy in the markets, to add a position in the market. All right, I'll be looking at what the market wants to do, because truly speaking, is a very good setup. But then I'm seeing something else here. This level has not been tested before, so there's every tendency for price to come into this zone to test this level, and then starts to move up. But I will not be surprised if the level just react a bit and then still digs into this, right? Because this is a proper level that has not been tested. By the time you check on 2-hour time frame, you see it's look as though this level has been tested, right? By the time you check on the 3-hour time frame, now everything begins to become more unclear. However, this level, as you go on the higher time frame, it becomes even more clearer. So telling us that this level is kind of very much valid. So for that reason, what will I be doing? I'll just be patient for price to do what it wants to do. And then with that, we can tap into this zone for us to continue our buy in the market. All right, I hope this makes a lot of sense. Again, what do I mean? Our price has cleared out the previous high, right? Giving us signal that we are bullish. Now, we are extremely bullish. So what do? We take advantage of that bullishness and then wait for price to come into a discount level from which we can begin to, take trades in the market. Of course, this looks like a swing trade, which is actually is, right? It's a swing trade we want to, but then it's a valid one. 1:4.3R. It's a good one, right? So wait for price to retrace into this zone, and then we take our trades from this zone. The closest price and the closest setup today, looking as though it's US30. Yes, it's looking as though it's US30. So, but then we would just be patient to see how price react off from this zone. Hopefully price coming into this and then gives us our signature. Remember, if we don't have any form of engineered liquidity here, there's no point taking trades, meaning price comes into the zone and then doesn't do what we want it to do or what we expect it to do, meaning price digs into this zone and then we don't just put our penny on that buy. No, we want to see like a form of engineered liquidity here, this exact thing being formed for us to continue. If it doesn't do that and then it just begins to say push to the upside, that's all. It's a missed trade, and there's no point being angry about it, because definitely price can still do all of this drama, right? And then continue moving and then come back, tap into this second order block below, and then now start its proper move. So the engineered liquidity is a way of us filtering out the noise, right? Once there's a proper engineered liquidity on this zone, and then that can be as a way of us, filtering out when the exact move is about to start, right? It's like a guide. So that's it for US30 again. On US100, the market has broken all its previous the highs we expected to break, and then I believe it's still going to push up to the upside, but then really on the high time frame, there's really nothing kind of significant for us to enter, where to enter here on this time frame. All of the price action we have here is really complex and in a way confusing. And so for that reason, myself, I'll not be taking trades here. I'll just leave it and then rather use it as a form of, confirmation, lining all of them side by side, US30, NAS100, and also S&P500. This will just be like a tool for me to gauge the movement in the market, right? Because usually US100 and S&P move like together. So whatever it is I'm seeing on S&P500, since I have a setup there, I can just use the US100 as a confirmation, and then that will help my trade setup this morning. All right, that's pretty much it for this morning. Thank you for joining. If you have any questions, it's a good time to ask your question. Ashafa and Banker, do you have any question? Please do well to ask in the comment section. In the absence of no question, like I said again, on Tuesday we've resumed and everything is back on. For those that are unaware, our Falcon program is back, even bigger and better, right? We've resumed trading, and for those that follow our performance, you see that just within Monday till now, Thursday, we've added 5% on our trading accounts across board for everyone that started on Monday that we resumed, right? And that's a lot. And we hope to see even more bigger returns this month, right? So the manual trading also is not left out. You have any person interested in learning how to trade, just do well to send them to our DM, and then we'll take it up from there. Automated also is there for those that are busy and 9-to-5ers. We have True TA, we have Falcon. Falcon is like on the huge return side of things. Of course, with the risks attached, while True TA is really conservative. That's the word, right? For those that want a conservative return, 5 to 7%, 7 to 15, that's what you can achieve. That's what is obtainable with the True TA bots. All right, thank you so much for joining. Remember, we'll be coming back again by 2 this afternoon, just to do like a form of recap for what we have going on here. And that will be all for now. We'll see you again by 2 p.m. Cheers and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you very much.